Hey, we've got a special guest on the air. He's just pledged $2,500, so we wanted to bring him on. It's Father Matt Frisbee. Thank you. I'm just kidding.
I says, wait a minute. I hear a dial tone all of a sudden.
Father just got up off the floor. Good morning, Father Matt.
Good morning, Dave and Ron. Yeah, the check is in the mail. Keep waiting for it.
That's right. Father, oh my goodness, the world of sports is crazy right now.
Oh, indeed. Indeed. You know, really, we're right in the throes of the football season, both in the NFL and college football. And, you know, we could start in college football because that's a lot more uplifting than the NFL is if you're a Browns fan.
Yeah,
Sure, yeah.
You know, so we're just thinking about the Buckeyes here. You know, this upcoming week, senior day for the seniors, last time we presume playing in the shoe, and you know, playing Rutgers. So really, had to think about it. You can never look past opponents, but the Buckeyes are a 33.5-point favorite.
Yeah, right.
So you know, you think really in a lot of ways a little tune-up game, and especially as we saw Carnell Tate, star receiver for the Buckeyes, hasn't played the last 2 weeks. Jeremiah Smith against UCLA last week, walking gingerly, we could say. And so certainly an opportunity for those guys to get some rest leading up to the game against Michigan that Saturday after Thanksgiving. But then also really an opportunity for Julian Sayin perhaps to really get some live reps again with, you know, some of the other receivers on the team, especially those who don't see as much playing time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, now look, I was hoping, Julian saying you had this wonderful opportunity this past week to possibly pad the numbers a bit, but didn't happen with UCLA.
Well, yeah, they ran the football, which, you know, I'm not going to complain about because that's something the Buckeyes, if there was really one complaint, worry, concern about the Buckeyes so far this year, it would have been that their run game has not dominated. But when you can throw the ball as they have, perhaps you don't need to worry nearly so much.
Right.
And now UCLA's defense, rush defense especially, was terrible. But, you know, it's a team sport, and accolades are great, and Julian Sayin certainly should be considered for the Heisman Trophy, as should Jeremiah Smith. You know, who is the best player in college football?
Right.
It really is Jeremiah Smith. You know, the big joke is that Francisco Mendoza, the quarterback for Indiana, who played terribly against Penn State most of the game and then leads them back in that game-winning drive and score, now is a Heisman favorite because he had his quote-unquote Heisman moment, really when the receiver did all the work.
Right. And look, Sayin is hitting everybody on the hand still. A little bit off, again, UCLA, he had a little bit of an injury, it looked like, and then throws were off a bit, but I'm sure he'll be back for Rutgers. And to your point, actually, Jeremiah Smith gets penalized because he's so good, they double team him every time and somebody else is open. You know what I mean? But they do that because they know he is absolutely the best player on the field.
Correct. And I would say Sayin was maybe a little off. As I said, just not throwing to his normal targets and not getting maybe those same amount of reps with the other receivers. And so, but yeah, Jeremiah Smith, he's the best player in college football. We all know it. You don't have to force the Heisman Trophy to a quarterback.
Yeah.
You can find other players to give it to.
Amen to that. Okay, Father, it's time for the pain. Let's talk about NFL.
Oh, man. You know, Tuesday is the day to pray the sorrowful mysteries of the roses. So here we are. You know, in our area, Lions fans, we saw that loss against Philadelphia. Philadelphia really good. So on both offense, but especially on defense, the Eagles are really good. And the Lions, you know, they're kind of Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde a little bit in terms of, you know, we've seen them struggle in offensive game last week, scored all sorts of points. Again, against the Eagles, struggled to score some points as they went for fourth down a bunch of times and didn't get it. So we'll see how the Lions do the rest of the year. The NFC North, I think the Bears right now are on top of that division. to everyone's surprise, really. Now the Browns. Oh, if the Browns had an average offense, we're not even talking about a above average or good offense, just an average offense.
Yeah,
they'd lead their division right now. We saw again the defense.
Oh yeah,
just really make life difficult for Lamar Jackson and the Ravens. And Myles Garrett had something like 5 sacks, I think it was. The rookie linebacker Carson Schlesinger, who should be at minimum Defensive Player of the Year, probably a Pro Bowler at linebacker, maybe All Pro. He was all over the field on defense, and the offense was abysmal, pathetic, putrid. Use whatever adjective you want to.
Those are all applicable, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we could have taken like one of the local high school offenses, and they might have looked better than what the Browns did. So,
yeah.
And of course, the big noteworthy thing from the offense, Dylan Gabriel gets concussed in that game, and that ushered in then playing Shedeur Sanders, who his first live action in a regular season NFL game was inauspicious, let's just say.
Well, and look, I was watching that, and I thought some of his throws, again, to your point, they weren't horrible throws. Some of them could have been caught, and you turn a 4 of 16 into an 8 or 9 of 16 if some of the catchable passes were just caught.
Yeah, I did not see all of it, as I had a 5:30 Mass Sunday evening, so I missed a good chunk of the middle of the game. And then, I mean, the other thing, again, it goes back to getting your backups reps in practice.
Right.
You know, it's very much one of the things that comes out of Cleveland and Cleveland media, just how Shedeur Sanders really never gets reps with the first team. And that showed. And you saw, too, the Ravens picked up quickly. Just pressure this guy, and he's going to struggle. And that was the case.
Yeah. And look, and then it's all decided. Well, it was a good idea to sit him. It was a good idea not to give him reps. Look, he's 4 of 16. It's such an unfair way to look at things. But what are we thinking? I haven't heard what's going on with Gabriel. Is he back for this coming weekend, or is Shedeur the starter this weekend?
I have not yet heard. Have not kept up on that yet. So who knows? I personally think that neither of them really have much of a future in the NFL, to be honest. Yeah. And really, for Browns fans, we're already looking at the 2026 draft. You know, what do the Browns need in the 2026 draft? All sorts of things. Offensive linemen, receivers, probably a quarterback. But I would say, because Dylan Gabriel wasn't getting it done, you know, he never threw the ball down the field more than 5 yards. Even if Gabriel's ready to go this week, you might as well, for his own health, let him rest a little bit here, and see what you really have with Shedeur Sanders, which I don't think will be much, but it really is a shame for the defense, which played its heart out. Yeah. And, they gave up that touchdown at the end of the game, but that was on a short field, and they had been on the field all the second half, really. So defense played well enough for the Browns to win.
And they don't quit. I mean, they just keep going.
Yeah, that's right.
Thank you,
a
Father
fun
Matt.
Fun time to be paying attention to sports. So glad you are there to keep an eye on it for us, because I miss so much. I'm distracted by the littlest things. So thanks for keeping focused on it, Father Matt Frisbee. Have a great
you're
day.
Welcome. God bless.